going on, y'all? It's your girl Liz. Happy Wake and Bake Saturday. As always, we are here about to take on another challenge. Today, I'm going to be trying to make a ChocoFlan. Essentially, chocolate cake, flan on top. It's going to look so awesome, and I'm going to be using the recipe from ChicanoEats.com. Shout out to Esteban Castillo. I found him, and this cake looks glorious, y'all, okay? So I'm going to try to recreate this today, and I'm going to see how it goes. Of course, you already know I'm going to be substituting a couple of items because your girl needs to use what she already has in her home. This cake is also known as the impossible cake or the pastel imposible because it's so hard to always get chocolate and flan together. You know, flan texture is a lot more creamy and cake mixture is a lot more denser. So I hope this comes out well. Let's get to work and let's get started with making the flan portion of the cake first. The flan, sweet condensed milk over here, and I got my evaporated milk. I'm gonna open these babies up shortly, but I'm gonna make a ChocoFlan. But I know you see a lot of ingredients outlined over here, because a lot of it is going to go towards making the chocolate cake. We're going to make chocolate cake from scratch. I'm not using no box today, but I should have gotten a box first because it might have been easier. But I'm going to try to just do it how this guy's telling me to do it. So first things first, let's pop open these babies. And the flan is going to consist of, as mentioned, the sweetened condensed milk, evaporated milk. I got 4 ounces of room temperature cream cheese right here, just regular cream cheese. And he wants us to use vanilla extract, so let me put these items all here. A pinch of kosher salt, so let me get my little kosher salt ready, and 5 large eggs. So first things first, I'm gonna mix these first with the cream cheese, and then I'm gonna add everything together. So watch me work, y'all. It's gonna be a lengthy recipe. If you're not familiar with flan needs to, cool down. You need to put it in the water bath. Oh my God, it's a hot ass mess, but I'm willing to take on this challenge because I love ChocoFlan. If you've never had ChocoFlan, please get yourself a little slice. Check out La New Yorkina in the West Village area. It is so good. Or try to see if you can recreate it yourself. I've always had someone as a kid make ChocoFlan, and it used to be so good. Putting the evaporated milk into our mixer here. Let me get a little spatula to take out the condensed milk. I know it looks like a mess right now in my work area, but trust, it's gonna all come together, y'all. And in Esteban's original recipe, he asked that you put Dulce de Leche, sweet and condensed milk. I couldn't find that. To be straight up with you, I really couldn't find that. I went to Walmart, I couldn't find that. I went to Trader Joe's. Obviously, they're not gonna have that, no disrespect to Trader Joe's. But I could not find it. So I'm just gonna use regular sweet and condensed milk because it's still gonna give it that sweetness. And I hope it still amps the recipe up a little. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna put in the cream cheese and I'm just gonna slide it in half. It's super room temperature because it's been out for about an hour now. And just gonna put it in here. Cut it into 3 pieces. Alright, let's combine these first and then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. Alright y'all, so we have combined the cream cheese, evaporated milk, and sweet condensed milk. So right now, I'm gonna open this bad boy very carefully because it's very liquidy. And I'm gonna start getting ready. Ooh, it smells really intense. I'm gonna start getting ready to add my 1 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. 1 teaspoon, I wanna go 1. And then it says we gotta add a pinch of the kosher salt. This is a pinch to me. 5 large eggs. Hold on, let me just start by mixing this first because I want this to combine before we add those eggs. That's a lot of eggs, y'all. So I have my 5 eggs in my little bowl right here. I'm about to put them into our blender now. Be gentle as always. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. And we're just gonna blend this together. So over here to avoid any mess. Okay. And keep on mixing. And if you're familiar with flan, you know flan got mad eggs. Just want to put that out there. Guys, so now that our blend right here is ready to go for the flan, we're going to leave that alone just for a little bit and we're going to start focusing on our dry ingredients. So I have about 1 1/2 cups of flour in here with a cup of sugar right now. So I need to start adding the rest of my remaining ingredients. And since this is going to be a chocolate cake, I got some cocoa powder here from Trader Joe's. I'm using a ton of things. So you gotta keep up, all right? So I'm putting them all next to me, baking soda, baking powder. So I'm gonna get to do that now. So first things first, let's get the cocoa powder in here. And we need to sift it because cocoa powder can be very, very, very delicate. So just gonna get my little cup ready to go here. I need half a cup. Oh, sifting, bam, adding the cocoa powder. And sifting is just this, you know, nothing major, nothing crazy. So sifting cocoa powder is not fun, but it is all well worth it as we see. So right now we're gonna start adding baking soda and the baking powder as well. So baking soda first, and let's get my little teaspoons. How much baking soda? Is this baking soda? I get scared, I'm sorry. 1 teaspoon of the baking soda. For your reference, quick substitution. This recipe did call for all-purpose flour. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know if it's the weather, but your girl's been a little too tired. So she didn't realize she didn't have all-purpose flour. So she's using red flour. Hopefully the substitute works well. What all-purpose flour would do is just make it a little more soft, a little more moist. Bread flour is going to make this a little more denser. And to be honest, this is what I want because in seeing the reviews for the cake, people have said it came out too milky, the cake batter, and I don't want that. We want the cake to be super, super dense so the flan doesn't seep into it automatically when we combine it all together. You'll see that shortly. Half a teaspoon of kosher salt. And to be honest, I've always wanted to make chocolate cake from scratch. That's like been one of my goals, so I hope this works. So ground cinnamon. We're gonna mix our dry ingredients really quickly first. Baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, cocoa powder, and flour. So let's do that now. We're gonna combine these first at the lowest setting. And then get ready to add our unsalted butter, 6 tablespoons. Esteban, the recipe creator, he mentioned that it should look like a sandy type of mixture once they're all combined together. So we're gonna wait and see if that happens. Alright, so now that our mixture has combined, I'm gonna start getting ready to add our 6 tablespoons of butter. So I'm gonna do that now. So we are still working over here. So right now you see I got my little Café Bustelo. I love a little Café Bustelo instant coffee. I got a half a cup of it right here because that's what we're gonna also be using for the cake, chocolate cake mixture. And I got some buttermilk. I'm going to start mixing the buttermilk with the brewed coffee over here. So let's get to work. I'm gonna need a half a cup of the coffee and a half a cup of buttermilk. So I'm just gonna fill up this whole cup. There we go. I'm gonna combine this nice and gently. And at the same time, I'm gonna combine my egg over here. Oh darn. Okay, we got egg in our cup. We gotta be super gentle because guys, so I have combined the buttermilk, the egg, and the coffee gently, and I'm gonna add some more vanilla extract to this. And I believe I need to add about 1 teaspoon. So, teaspoon has been added, and I'm gonna go ahead and start adding this to our cake mixture. Almost halfway there. The cake batter is looking really, really, really nice. So, what I'm gonna start getting ready to do is get my bundt cake pan ready to go. I'm so excited about this. And the recipe that Esteban uses, obviously his own, he also uses a bundt pan to make the ChocoFlan cake. So I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna spray this down with my handy dandy canola oil spray. He says to spray as much as possible because we wanna ensure that when we put this on a flat surface and turn it over, it comes out easily. So let me get my cake batter ready to finish up, and I'm gonna get ready to show y'all when I put it into the bundt pan. Exciting thing! My bundt pan has been sprayed down vigorously, and the cake batter is ready to go. Look at how beautiful it looks, and it smells really, really good. So I'm scraping down the sides, and I'm gonna start adding this to the cake pan. It doesn't need to be precise because you're gonna obviously spread it out when you get it all in here. So, and it's thick, thank God, because I was very worried about what the reviewers were leaving on this blogger's page. I was like, oh no. So the chocolate cake portion has been added on and it looks great. I had a little hiccup right here, don't judge it. So right now I'm gonna start getting ready to get the flan mixture going in here, but I'm gonna mix it just one more time. My oven is preheating to 350 degrees right now, so we gotta hurry up because it's almost gonna be ready to go. In the meantime, Esteban mentions that we should ladle the flan mixture into the cake pan. I don't know what that's about, but I'm gonna follow his instructions because I don't wanna mess up. So let's get to work. Okay, so I hope it works, y'all. Oh, it is working, thank God. Okay. So I'm doing it very slowly, just to avoid any hiccups. Oh, darn. Ooh, that was tough. Flan mixture has been added onto the bundt pan, and as you see, it's in a bigger pan because I'm gonna put a water bath in here. I'm gonna do it while this is inside the oven though. So let me put this in the oven now and start getting the water bath ready to go. Alright guys, so the ChocoFlan has been added into the oven with the water bath underneath it. So I put the bundt cake pan inside of a larger pan, which I filled with water while the pan was already in the oven. Safety first. So this is gonna bake for about an hour and 45 minutes. I know it's a very, very long time. Keep you guys posted, and I'll put a timer on this oven and get back to y'all soon. Very lengthy process, y'all, to make this ChocoFlan. So I started last night because I knew it was gonna take a while to get the cool down process started, and just baking it was 2 hours. So we have finally got to our product, and I have the ChocoFlan here straight out of the fridge, and we're gonna see how it looks like. Okay, I'm very nervous. So we got a little plate right here, and I also have a caramel sauce here ready to go because I'm thinking about adding this on top. Sauce just consisted of heavy cream, sugar, salt, and butter. Okay, so we're gonna put this to the side. Guys, so we're gonna do the test on the ChocoFlan to see if we can take it out of its pan. Yes, baby. And I'm just gonna run a knife through the sides of the pan just so nothing sticks. Hopefully the cooking spray that I put on here helps. Okay, so all right guys, so moment of truth. I got my little plate here, my little cake stand in here, so we're gonna see how it goes. Let's just use this instead. Let's see if it comes out, y'all. We were finally able to take out the ChocoFlan out of the bundt cake pan. As you can see, the residue over here, and here is the beauty. Has a lot of chocolate on the sides as well. That's due to the baking process. As you remembered, when I baked this initially, it was the chocolate cake that was at the bottom and then the flan that was on top. But during the baking process, both changed positions. So the cake went to the bottom, the flan rose to the top. So I'm excited about this, and I'm gonna get ready to put it in my package right here. But I'm waiting for this caramel sauce to cool down so I could apply it right on the top of the ChocoFlan. But guys, success! And I'm actually going to be giving this to my sister. She asked for a ChocoFlan because I made it last time. This one has a little more chocolate on the sides of it, but that's okay. This is just what happens when you cook it. I kind of actually like that effect. I'm not gonna lie to you, because last time it looked a little too plain, but let's see if this actually comes out good. So as you see right here, I'm just gonna add a little bit of the caramel drizzle right on the top. Nothing crazy, because this actually cools down really fast. Okay, so let's do that now. Caramel right on top of the ChocoFlan, and I think it looks really good. I know it got a little messy, but that's okay. I can always clean up the remnants on the side later. So here it goes, just a quick visual, and I'm going to give you guys a closer glance of this. So right now the ChocoFlan is definitely done. I'm going to get ready to put it in its box and place it back into the fridge to cool down just a little more. So let's do that. So before I get ready to head out and take this cake to its recipient, I just want to say that I will not be doing the taste test for this. They will be doing the taste test for me. So stay tuned for a taste test later on in the day. And let me give you a closer glimpse of how this cake looks. It looks so awesome. I'm so glad I added the caramel drizzle on top, and I just didn't do heated sugar on top. I really wanted it to be caramel. So stay tuned, and thank you again for tuning in to this ChocoFlan Wake and Bake. All right, y'all? Stay quick pointers of how this recipe went down. To be honest, it's a very, very, very long cake to make. I'm gonna just put that out there straight out. I baked the cake for about an hour and 55 minutes, but that doesn't even include the prep time that it took to get the chocolate cake ingredients ready, because it was chocolate cake from scratch. It was in a box, and getting the flan ingredients ready as well. I think just with the preparation, it probably took me about 3 hours to bake and to prep. But then the cool down process took a lot longer. I left it out to completely cool down for about an hour. Then I put it in the fridge overnight, because I hear that once you get the flan in the fridge, it'll give it a better effect if you put it in the fridge overnight. So we're gonna see how it goes. All right, guys, and there you go. Another City Girl Craves exclusive, the caramel drizzle on top of the ChocoFlan. Stay tuned for the taste test this afternoon, guys.